Day 2 of the Boxing Day test match, especially on day 1, when you look at the first session, this particular individual dominated in all aspects. We thought he had come back at the GABA. At the MCG, Steve Smith showed his class all over again. Because when he hit a century, he created a new world record. It was not just his 34th test run, which put him level with the great Sunil Gavaskar. But he's also achieved something spectacular in a big way, because when he scored his 100 at the MCG, it was not just his 5th 100. It was his 11th century against India. And this is a world record alert, because Steve Smith now has the most hundreds in the history of the game against India in Test cricket. He was level with Joe Root, one of the members of that quartet, the Fab Four. But now he's gone past Joe Root. Ever since he started playing versus India, even if you look at 2013, very impressed with a couple of 90s, Steve Smith has been India's nemesis. So Steve Smith with 11, Joe Root with 10, Ricky Ponting with 8, Viv Richards with 8. He's now in a league of his own. And because of that, Steve Smith is the ultimate. You look at his stunts against England, you look at his stunts against India. These are the two attacks by which Australia pride themselves in scoring runs. And Steve Smith has aced that. You want a list of his hundreds? Well, here it is. Starting from the 2014-15 BGT. Look at it. 162 unbeaten in Adelaide. It began in Adelaide. 133 then at the GABA. 192 in Brisbane. 117 in Sydney. Now, looking at it, 162 Adelaide, 133 Brisbane, 192 Melbourne, 117 Sydney. It was his 400s that ensured Virat Kohli's efforts would be put behind. Then when Australia came to India, 109, 178, 111 in Pune, Ranchi and Dharamshala. 131 in Sydney, 121 in the World Test Championship final at the Oval, 101 at the GABA, 140 in Melbourne. In all the knocks, Australia have lost only once, and that was in Dharamshala, in that epic test match that was there. Aside from that, Australia have only either drawn or won whenever Steve Smith has scored a ton against India. So he is the ultimate clutch player when you look at it. But now, when you have to look at elite lists, India versus Australia encounters now, he's level with Sachin Tendulkar. Sachin Tendulkar also had 11 tons, and now Virat Kohli with 9, Sunil Gavaskar with 8. This is the way we are looking at it now. Steve Smith now matches Sachin Tendulkar. Tendulkar also, every single tour that you look at it, barring 2012, he had 100 in Australia. Looking at it, 1992, 1991-92, he had 200s, 148 and 114 in Sydney and Perth. Then in 1999, he had a century in Melbourne. Then he had a century in, you look at it, Sydney in 2004. He had 200s in 2007. He didn't have any in 2011. So that is where Steve Smith, barring 2023 BGT, he had a great score in every other edition. So now Steve Smith is truly right up there now. He's gotten his form back. What was torrid in 2024, now in the last part, he's made it up with 2 centuries, back-to-back hundreds if you look at it. 101, 140. Can he continue the good form in Sydney? Because he's got an excellent record there as well. You can write to us in the comments below. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.